Okay, first off, this is Karen Buckner, and um, could you please tell us about your work history, jobs that you've worked at, the opportunities you've had, and the hours that you've had to work as an MP?
Well, first of all, good morning, everyone. Glad to see you. Uh, really glad to be able to share this with you that Melissa asked. I have been nursing for about over 35 years, so I've done quite a few different specialties. As a hospital nurse practitioner, you can function either in any kind of charge nurse position. You can work in an ER or in one of the specialty units. I did coronary care unit for quite a while and neonatal intensive care for quite a while. Enjoyed that experience immensely, along with some medical surgical nursing. So lots of experience gained in the hospital. I'm quite a bit older than any of you, so in those days we just did 8-hour shifts. So you either work 7 to 3, 3 to 11, or 11 to 7. So the majority of the time I did day shift. I'm not a night person, like Melissa is. So I normally worked day shift. I had to be on duty for 6:30 and usually got out of there by 4, depending on how the day went. In a clinic setting, I have worked in an internal medicine and pediatric combined office with other physicians, PAs, physician assistants, and nurse practitioners. And there you work in Nashville under the physician's license, and you have to be, at that particular office, we were all working together in the office, so I didn't have a private setting. Saw patients for either urgent care needs, same-day needs, or for routine physicals, sports physicals. Dr. Dallas was always very confident in our abilities, so did a lot of diabetes training at that office. Usually ran from 8 in the morning till 5 or 6 in the afternoon in the evening time. We used to do a half-day Saturday clinic that we rotated through to try to be as available for our patients as we could. Loved being in the office setting because you got to know people personally and their families, and I watched kids grow up that I could take care of from the time almost from newborns until high school, run into them now, and it's brings a lot of joy to my heart. Patients, that come and run to see and give you a hug when you're in Walmart shopping, so you hope that you've been a blessing in their lives. Means a great deal to me, so I do miss that. I don't do that anymore. But nurse practitioners then can work in corporate settings, which is where I have been now for about 6 years. I have worked for HealthSpring as well as a company called Windsor, doing provider training and documentation with something called ICD-9 coding, and that is how doctors bill for their services and how insurance companies pay for that. So providers, whether they be a physician, nurse practitioner, or a physician's assistant, documentation is a huge issue. Nursing 101 I learned a long time ago, if you didn't write it down, it didn't happen. Well, most physicians skip that class totally. I think they took it for spring break. So it is reminding them all the time that if you examine someone in that 45-minute period, they did a lot of work and they have to document it. So the company I work for is a Medicare Advantage company. Many of you might have heard of that on the news. It's a supplemental thing to Medicare insurance, and it's pretty widespread now throughout the United States. So I deal probably with about 100 physicians that I try to help keep abreast of Medicare qualifications. So that my time with that is usually during the day, but I do some training in the evening, 7, 8 o'clock in the evening, to make myself available to physicians.
Okay, thank you.